Well, hello everybody. Welcome to our first GIN and topic. Today we are hosting one of our very good friends from Georgia, from Tbilisi. It's going to be David and Sophie from Spectrum Architecture. We will speak about them, about their projects, how was their story, how did they start. And I will welcome them now in a live. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, all good. How are you?
Thank you for inviting us.
Sorry?
Thank you for inviting us.
Oh yes, it is a pleasure to invite someone like you. We'll be following your work for a long time now, and it's really a true pleasure to have you on this actually on the first GIN and topic.
Okay.
Yes, very nice to have you here. So David, you are the founder of Spectrum. Thank you.
Yeah.
David, you started Spectrum in 2014. So can you tell us a little bit more about how the whole story started and what was the most challenging year for you and what was the best year for you?
I think we have decided to form the company. It coincided with now getting back from overseas, from my long journey, coming back to Georgia to work. I was still part of the ACOM office, and then we decided to form a company that can undertake some of the works locally. But the intention wasn't that we would get into this design build that we try to come at now. I mean, it was meant to be the small boutique size company undertake some of the construction works. And then we really consider Spectrum and the full effectiveness until 2018 when we have closed the ACOM offices in Georgia. So this is the time that we really undertook Spectrum as a design builder. I mean, we started the year, I think maybe 4 or 5 of us altogether, maybe 6, but now we reach up to almost 40 now this year. And understanding was that we would undertake the projects regardless the size, annuality, and look into mostly and the concept of having nationally and the crew we have internet experience. So we have experience and then bringing locally was not experienced that much international knowledge locally. So understanding was we would create a company that could undertake works and the construction works all together so the clients can benefit from one-stop approach and reach the company with the other services like financial planning and marketability like Sophie is represented and cost engineering, construction management and delivery. So this understanding and then journey continues. We have size, we have added some more experienced staff that are different sizes. Diversity of the projects, it's something that we have projects, for instance, 85, 90 story tower with the most functions, and we have a whole which is only 60 to 70 square meters. So diversity is very important, and we challenge ourselves to kind of carry on the same quality measures regardless the project size. That's our approach. Starting off the company wasn't very difficult for us because we had staff that had worked with me for years, and getting understanding across wasn't that difficult, but we faced the difficulty with them, and we kind of slowed down the period, but we continue to survive in terms of not having to laid off people and kept the basic stuff intact. which we take pride on it.
Nice. Was it a tough journey in the beginning to start everything?
I think in terms of starting from the zero, I had that understanding. People contributing and created Spectrum always been engaged in the market. So it was just more of the effort of combining this staff, pulling together and establishing the core values and the research in the markets that we knew that they can benefit from. But we never had to kind of start from very beginning and start from slow. I mean, we had a lot of prospects prior to set the Spectrum in a full speed, which is really honestly 2.5, maximum 3 years in a full speed. Before that, it was kind of project-based company that only undertook few projects, and it was never meant to be related operation. It was just some of the project-based assignments.
Understand that. Did you face with some, let's say, last year when this whole situation started? Did you face with some difficult times, or the corona didn't change anything regardless of your projects?
I think in terms of learning how to work remotely was one of the challenge because our profession requires staff to be together to be effective. Communication is the key, especially with the clients. Their vision needs to be crossed pretty easily, and then we have not done this before. We have never worked remotely prior to that date. So I think that kind of happened in the middle of many existing projects, which we had to carry on remotely, and new projects we added during pandemic, but it was all remotely. And then we in the beginning, we kind of struggled to work remotely, and our effectiveness was really down. Perhaps a bit got better as we start to learn how to work remotely, but we always understand this will never going to be for us that we can able to work remotely and deliver the project, because this profession is not delivered by one person or two. This is a collective effort, and all the individuals needs to pitch in, and they kind of need to support the main idea. And the amount of time we used to spend on the internet communicating, we realized that comparing the hours spent and effort extending during the pandemic was like a third of effectiveness in the normal operation. So we would spend 3 times less time working together and delivering better projects, better quality, rather than staying, remotely and work.
I can agree with you on that. We also tried in the beginning to work remotely from home, but it's I think the creative part is the one which it's hard to achieve when you're working remotely, because when you are together and the team it's talking, it's working on some projects, it's very creative. And I think it's very hard to achieve that while you're working from home on some distance.
Yeah, definitely. Specifically when it's a complex project, when the project needs 10, 12, 15 people to work on it, and everybody has its own task. These tasks change daily, and the requirements change very often. Dynamics of mechanisms change, clients changed. Even the personality, persons and the commercial clients, corporate clients can change, and their approach can change. So it's always a case that it needs constant communication between the team, between the clients, between the other consultants, which is plenty in our case. And in these terms, we struggle. I mean, the projects when we are smaller size, when we 1 or 2 person can undertake, that's relatively simple, because it's really based on more direct communication with the clients. But when it's a lot of teams involved and international consultants together with us, and there's constant need of talking and communicating, we will struggle.
I understand that. I understand it. So when it comes to the projects, what is your main focus in the project, and what are the core values which you appreciate the most in the company and in the projects?
I think it all starts by us understanding what we need to deliver, and what we need to deliver is the utmost quality we can create. Whether this is carried on with the sustainability factor, energy efficiency, context, which we pay a lot of attention, individual character, a bespoke kind of look or feel or lifestyle. We have our approach is always the number one is the utmost quality. We need to deliver something that is unique, has a unique personality. It's never repeated itself. It's created specifically for one project, for one individual, one location. It doesn't have parallel anywhere else. It's not comes off any other images or references. It's unique, its own sense, and that's what's shared across the different projects. Whether this is a mega project or with a small house, I mean, it all carries on the same thing. We need to utmost care about what we need to deliver finally, and needs to have all the characteristics any of the projects. And approach does not really change, and that's an idea whether we work landscaping projects or interior projects or architectural projects. We always seek to create something that does not really exist, and we challenge ourselves to create something better and better every time. That is the case what drives us. So any project we already complete, we have a task. The new one needs to be. So that's an idea. That's a challenge. It needs to be any house we deliver. The new one needs to be better than the old one. It can be with some sort of understanding or design views or approach, but it needs to be more interesting than the previous one.
Yeah, it's the same with us. We work also now. It's 4 years. We celebrated that 7 days ago. It's also always important for me in the company that every single part of the team that is on the same frequency, that we always try to be better than we were yesterday, because I think that we need to do it because of our clients and all the future projects which I hope we will do. You know why I never told you what was the real reason why I connected you on LinkedIn, because I was amazed and surprised on how much you care about the connection with nature. And it was one post which probably Sophie took care of it. It was a post of one house, of one design, in which the headline was connect with nature. So I see that you also take care of that, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, and actually I would add up that creating healthy environments is the motto that guides every our project. And we want to deliver sustainable ecological projects that serve to a wider context and serve to the well-being of the users. We always think about the end users, and we put them to the cornerstone at each and every of our projects. That's why sustainability, ecology, biophilic design is something we always care about.
That's good to hear. So, Sophie, you are in the marketing team of Spectrum, right?
Yes.
So you are in charge of all those nice posts on LinkedIn and other social medias.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us what was the secret? I remember when I started to follow Spectrum, it was a few months ago. Even more. You were on 60 or 70,000 followers. Now you reached almost 110,000. So what is the secret of reaching that big amount of followers?
The secret I will share with you right now is that I always tell to my friends that marketing at Spectrum is very easy, because I just serve I mostly communicate what is in place. So our approach, which is, as we mentioned, that serving for sustainability, creating healthy environment is something that everyone right now cares about. And we mostly communicate what is in place, what interests others, and we always try to deliver something new and innovative, and that's what I'm doing, just communicating it to the wider public. And I think this is the main factor that creates this success in a marketing viewpoint.
I think also, Stefano, one of the key points is our approach is the the number of hours is not what drives us. It drives us that we can inspire public not only with our personal work, but we wanted them to see possibilities that and think behind the box, think outside the box, think and give them the opportunities to kind of get inspired with the factors that it's away from everyday life, but it's affecting our thought process daily. And then I think, again, Sophie's done amazing work going forward, but the approach is that we want to offer fresh ideas daily to public and let them get inspired and get some additional energy from our experience and share what we care about, where we're very passionate. And then we've been successful just to showing how interesting is the lighting effects in interior and exterior. And then we understand the public really cares about this, and then professionals look at this and maybe they did not realize how important it is, but our post just helps them to kind of see things in a different angle. And I think that happens every day. It happens in the different angles. And once they see that they feed from it and they get, I think, additional energy, that probably is one of the key factors that keeps us going.
Yeah, I can rely that. You made a really good point about it, that it's not about the followers. It's about what you want to achieve. Because I've seen a lot of companies or also personal profiles with a lot of followers, and then their content it's sales content. Let's say that it's not an educational content or content with some value. And what I can see from you, you're always bringing some value. You're always trying to. I remember your posts about doors, about tiles, about outdoor living. So it's always something what someone when can read, can learn something from the post.
Yeah, that's exactly the point. So it's uncommon. So our intention is away from getting a number of. Our intention is to creating values daily. Values needs to be very different from each other, very different angles, and very different, spectrum. This is why we named the company, because it has many specs and many angles on a one view. So, and whether we're achieving this or not, that's the result of how many people get excited, want to follow us. But the intention is to bring the value and inspire public, whether it's with our own work or whether with outside work we like to do.
I understand. When it comes to projects, I'm really always excited when we start working with the architects in the very beginning. But I figure out that it's not an easy process to start the project from the beginning and finish it to the construction and finish the house. So can you please describe us a little bit how in your company, how the process of creating a project is going? How do you start, and what are some key points you would like to share?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the methodology of how we're designing, I think, is a key factor in our final project output. I mean, we spend immense amount of time to talk to the clients to understand what is it really looking for, because many of them, almost all, come to us, they don't have a clear idea what they're looking for, and they have a sort of idea they want to reach somewhere, they have something, but they don't know exactly what is it they exactly need to create. So we spend enormous amount of time to digest and understand what is it we're looking for. We have a series of tests written. We ask them to even write the narrative. We even write the narrative a few times. We give them analogs of different experiences. We give them a different methodology, how to choose the color therapy, what colors they approach better, and what is it their best experiences, worst experiences, what is the priorities for them. In terms of scale factors, we give them, if you need to choose, for instance, different versions of, for instance, the structure, what would be your first priority, what would be the last priority. So before we even design anything, I think it's a lot of time spent directly understanding the clients better. I think we design with the clients together. We don't design for them. They're not telling us what needs to be done. I think that is a dialogue which is establishing the outcome of the project. So instead of they dictating us what they need to create, we try to understand what they're looking for. We create the brief, they read, and they establish themselves. I mean, many times our clients start with the one idea in the beginning, and the course of duration of design together with us, they change their mind to better. And they acknowledge this and say that, I was so incorrect, so wrong to look at this, and now we passed through this, and our outcome and vision, it's absolutely different when we started. So we look at this as a dynamic process. It's never set in stone, never understood, never is written that we need to do certain things. We keep very open mind, and we encourage everybody to kind of join in the creative process, especially the clients. We're not as shy of creating and designing together with them. As a matter of fact, I prefer to sketch and design together with the client's presence. A lot of architect designers kind of never do that. They don't show the process. We feel very comfortable to do that. And we have several different measures that kind of helps them to understand. That can be written format, the project that has analogs throughout the world, that has articles, scientific articles of how they need to approach to change their vision. And then basically what happens is we combine the client's input and form their thought process into something we call a design brief. Once we have a very good design brief, which we think that we already know every nuances, what the client is looking for. And not only we know the content of it, but we know the size, we know the character, we know the end user, we know the financial parameters, how the project needs to perform financially, the timeline needs to be delivered, the quality measures, the landmarks to compare this project to another. So, for instance, we take the project to say that in terms of you delivering this in 2025, do you want to get better quality, or that's enough and that's compatible of what the work serves? And I think this dialogue helps us to understand how to move forward. I mean, that's one process that kind of establishes our relationship with the client. Another one where we get a lot of inspiration and influence is the context, where the project is located. Because whether we have a project in Georgia or we do the same kind of project in Croatia, we will never repeat ourselves. The Croatian one will be very much designed to be located in Croatia. And we consider many factors of it. There's a cultural, historical, traditional, climate parameters, individual parameters. That's why we take pride that our projects are very contextual. So you cannot just take one of them and replace with the other one, or take this project, even though it's a beautiful project, and put them in Balkans somewhere, or put them in Turkey or Russia or Georgia or Azerbaijan. No, I think the idea is the context is the key factor in our design process. And then obviously goes in the budget. We understand the budgetary requirements of the client, where we create. Apart from creative factor, there is a financial responsibilities that we carry. So we need to know that whatever we design, that's possibility is it can be built, and that can be built, and you could deliver within the time frame that they're looking for. So I think taking these few things, in fact, this adds up a lot of value to the client. So before they proceed with the design phase, they kind of undergone a very rigorous understanding of every component of the project. So before we start designing, they have a good book in their head. And then we starting that in mind, we kind of know that we're going to reach the end result because we spend time to understand what we need to design.
Understand that. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm very curious, and I'm sure that everybody would like to see. I would like if you can share with us some of the projects you are currently working on, to describe a little bit more to us those projects which are always sharing on LinkedIn.
Okay, right now we can go through some of our web page. Just a second. So now it's sharing, right?
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, this one, right? You can see. Okay, this is one of the projects we are really proud of, and also I'll just I'll let you to have a look that we have lots of diverse projects here, from residential to commercial, mixed use, and with totally different scales and sizes, and in different countries, started of course from Georgia to US and maybe Australia. Yeah. Okay.
Is it hard to work on the projects outside of your country?
I think not for many of us, because many of the Spectrum staff has an international experience.
Wow.
And we could they have done the work outside. I mean, that's not the first time they have work outside the Georgia. So I think the understanding of them to deliver something outside, it's quite simple. And in these terms, we could probably benefit to kind of carry on. I mean, I'll show you a few ones that you would be interested in, and which some of them. Hold on a second. I think. Yeah, we're going to show you to. Some of the diverse projects that we can show you that we working on is something that we are very interested to get it. This is like, for instance, I don't know. Do you see our screen?
Yes.
This is the multi-functional center. It's the middle of the town. One of the key projects that we spend immense amount of time, and this is where we feel the architecture, even though it's very futuristic, kind of creates the mountain-like structure that kind of belongs into the area. And then we are in the middle of doing this with the municipality and creating something that can be a landmark for the town. A key factor of delivering this, and then it will be one of the destination points in the middle with this amazing architecture in the public space. Something that we have, another very, very interesting projects. Maybe perhaps you have seen it in our LinkedIn. It's the viewing platform. It's a belvedere in one of the most interesting region in Georgia, and that platform is about 16 or 18 story high, and then heads up with the restaurant on the top. So it's a freestanding. Yeah, it is. It is a freestanding structure. The pump goes up with the ramps. It also has an elevator. It's got a viewing platform and it's got a restaurant on the top. So we feel when this is completed, this can be a statue of Eiffel Tower in a small region. And the way this looks, it's something that a unique, contextual, very functional, having the like Sophie mentioned, bigger picture in play, regional development of the tourism infrastructure for the region to attract a lot of people to go up and take a look. And we also have an image when it's built, taken from drone and kind of experience from exact point. What would this look like when you're up there? And then it's breathtaking if you see it. You know?
Oh my God. Wow,
Yeah.
this is amazing. I mean, it's amazing to see it on the picture. I can imagine how it is to see it
Yeah, you
live.
are in the middle of the
Wow.
sky by yourself, looking at the some unprecedented beauty of the Caucasian Mountains, and having the facility have, and we experienced the level of understanding the impact of this new structure to the region. So how this can be very, very rough, contextual, industrial structure that has a language with the surrounding mountains. So that kind of another highlight we're working on. We are interested very much. Another one that I'm very proud delivery is Radisson Hotel in Tidali, which is very
Mhm.
first green facade that is ever created in Georgia.
Okay.
I think we would love to. You would love to visit this, and we would love to host you there when we get a chance. But this is
Yeah.
a very first project, very first project that the entire
Wow.
building is covered with the ivy, different various of ivy. It's got its own system of watering. It's got its own system of structure, and it's individually planned. And being located this in a very historical district, the idea we
Mhm.
had is to kind of make the building disappear and get the historical context a priority. So that is what the building is. And the color of the green changes for the season, but it's evergreen. It stays covered all the time, and it creates enormous environmental benefits that building needs 2 or 3 times less air conditioning by adding this lane the summer heat. And obviously, it becomes one of the key elements in Georgian hospitality because it's very famous by having this.
This, this is the true.
Say
Yeah.
again?
I said this is the true meaning of connecting with nature. This project, I think.
Yes, I think so. I think so. Another one we wanted to show you to just to kind of emphasize on our understanding is we happy to do that kind of project, Stefano, which is 50 square meter small cottage in the middle of the suburbs and creating the atmosphere which is unique and many people are falling in love with this. And then even though the cottage looks very conventional. It's got this charm that is unprecedented, and we create this kind of atmosphere. A healthy environment is something that we understand. We can do the mega structures, or we can do a very small, tiny cottages that's got a character that somebody wants to prefer to live here rather than with the high-rise buildings. And having understanding of how we design in decks creating a picturesque experience for somebody that is very affordable but very healthy and very environmentally friendly environment. You know that's the approach. So we have few.
No, this is what I love about you. You always, what I see from the pictures and from products, you really take care of every single detail, and that's something what I truly appreciate. When I connected with you and I started to talk with you about our products, about our outdoor shower sculptures, I remember you immediately said that it's something what makes sense because it is a detail which will change the look on the exterior, and on all other parts what I can see you really take care every single detail. I think your clients can be really happy because they're working with you.
Yeah, we try some of the key already completed. I mean, this is again going back to having the opportunity to work on the small scale structures. This is the something maybe you also are very familiar with the outdoor pools and outdoor
Yeah.
environment, and this is something a pool structure which is no more than maybe 12 square meters, but the this is where we think that we can successfully create the landmarks, even though the size is very unique. But created something that can stay with the with somebody's memory for a longer time. And this
Yeah.
is perhaps our recent work with the residential courtyard, which is a kind of unique way to approach this. Some of the stuff includes the other scale factors, which is a lot of houses. But I think what we wanted to concentrate is also something that I want to mention. There's something we have integrated your product into our design, and the client loved it. It's under construction. It's under construction. One of the key elements in our residential portfolio. We are kind of very proud to kind of deliver this. And then I don't know, even I have shown you these other images, but this is where we have integrated your shower into the environment, and it perfectly blends into the environment we are planning.
That's the point of our product. That's why we are doing it. So you can have the perfect solution when it comes to an outdoor shower. That is something what really applies on all this other parts of the project. That is not just a shower placed there in the exterior. So it's really planned in from the very beginning. So it can be in accordance with everything else. Like in this project, it's an amazing project. Amazing.
Yeah, and then I don't know. We have shown you, but we had this. Pool fully designed for this, and then I'll share this afterwards for you. But the outdoor swimming pool in this project is one of the key elements. I mean, you can tell, and that is your shower at the end. I'm not sure I have shown you this, but
no,
this
I
is
didn't see that. I didn't saw that.
This is at the end of the pool. This is how your shower is incorporated. So I think
you
compliments.
You cannot imagine how much it means to us when someone like you is placing our products in their projects. It really means a lot. It really means a lot.
Definitely, thank
thank
you.
you. It's as you know, we celebrated 4 years. It was 1 week ago exactly. This whole journey of these 4 years, it was a crazy journey. And I sometimes even forget all the things we've been through. So this 7 days ago, I really took the time to go through all my old pictures, to go through my old emails, and a lot of emotions are involved in the process. A lot of emotions. I mean, it's when you start something in your own garage with your grandfather. You don't imagine that one day someone from Georgia will place your product in their project, and then 4 years later we are here. I'm talking with you on a meetup. We have now 24 representatives all over the world. We are shipping now our first container to the US. I mean, it's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year for us in a good way. And I'm just super happy that I can do what I love. I think that is one of the most important things in everybody's life, that they do what they love. Because when I'm doing it, I don't get the feeling that I'm working. I'm getting the feeling that I'm enjoying, and that's, for me, that is very, very important. And I think that people and clients see that you are here because you want it. And you like it, not just because you need to.
Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, we see passion in what you do, and then this is why we wanted to kind of coordinate and grow together with you, and hopefully this will be a successful process for both of us, to continue forward for next 20, 30 years.
Of course, it's always a long-term journey, not a short one. And also, as I said to you many times, I really am planning from the moment we met to come in Georgia, but it's not very easy in this period. But I would also like
I think another few months.
Yeah, and I also hope that one day you will be able to also to take your team and come to Croatia to see a little bit how our country is.
We know a lot about Croatia. We know a lot about Croatia. We know how beautiful it is, and size-wise, it's very similar to Georgia. Same amount of people, more or less. Not far away. I mean, we love it, and even more, we love to even do some work in Croatia and then contribute something small to what we can if we get an opportunity. So it's definitely in our agenda and Sophie's agenda to do some additional marketing involved, specifically Croatia. Perhaps somebody will be interested, or we create one day, and we can even create something together in the middle of Croatia, some of the most interesting areas, which I think breathtaking, beautiful places.
For sure. I'm 100% sure that someone from Croatia will understand your vision and will want to work with you, because here the construction business now and what people are doing, it's really beautiful, and I just need to show them even more the projects you do, because those few of them you showed me, it's wow, it's amazing, and I want to bring that to our country. I want to bring these creative ideas to our country. Of course, we have amazing architects and amazing designers here in Croatia who are doing really nice work also worldwide. But the things you do, wow, it's just special. I think it's very special.
Thank you very much.
From the day I saw your post on LinkedIn, it's about you in Abu Dhabi. I remember I sent you one message when I saw that post. It really gave me goosebumps. I was like, wow. Can you please share with me and with everybody else a little bit more about that story, that journey in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, okay. That time was 2008 that the companies to work for New York became ACOM, and then I was asked to kind of go and undertake the project to kind of deliver one of the mega projects. I have not seen it before. I'm gonna show you the what this is, and I have not been in the Middle East. I have not spoken Arabic language. I've never been there. No, neither I have any connection. So I knew that this was Sheikh Surul Al Nayan, and this was a key project for ACOM. And I had a hesitation, really. Lots of people, including my family, was against me to relocate from New York to Abu Dhabi. But I think that my fascination with the project was very, very strong. So, in my opinion, I was always thinking, if I fail.
Oh, we lost our friends from Spectrum. Hope that we will have them back soon with us. Something probably happened with their network. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. I hope that they will be back soon. In the meantime, maybe I can sip myself a little of our sponsor gin, Castrum. Oh, guys, we are making one hell of a gin. Really one hell of a gin. Okay. Okay, just be patient, please, for a while. I hope they will come back in a short time.
There were more like 60 or 65 different contracting groups working together on the project, and we had to employ contractually arrive the scopes and deliver something that is within the time frame and the quality the entire Emirates and country and the rulers was looking for, you know. So the pressure that we had from day one, it was immense, and even myself, because a few times it got so difficult that I was thinking that I'm not able to handle, and I need some additional help. But then I think it got easier, it got better, and I think they never left to understand that this is something that I need to carry on to the end, and I have no way that I can back off from this since I started. And was
David, we have some.
absolutely. Together. Luckily, we had an amazing team around us. Amazing team of professionals, maybe 20 or 30 different countries that been spoken in the project. So in the end, I think slowly with the hang of it and with the effort and the leadership, including Sheikh Sarur, we carry on. And the hours we spend on it, it was average 12, 13 hours a day, not less than that, and 6, 7 days a week, almost. And but the overall outstanding effort by the entire team, I think without this kind of dedication from every team, inclusive, this is not possible. And I think when it's completed, every time I visit, it's a very cinematic to imagine that at one point this did not exist and we have created on the spot, but now it's become a heritage for the UAE, and I'm very happy that I was part of it.
I can believe that. Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, I said it's when I just read the post, I was, I got some emotions in it. I can imagine how it was for you. We lost you. I just said we lost you for 1 or 2 minutes while you were talking about the project in Abu Dhabi. So I hope that people got the right feeling of it, because we lost you in 1 or 2 minutes. I don't know if you noticed that. We lost the connection a little bit. Can you hear us now? Everything good?
We can hear you. Okay, we can hear you.
Okay. In one point we lost the connection, but good. It's good that we are back here. Okay, so there, Sophie. For me, it has been really a true pleasure to host you both on the first meetup. I'm glad that we did the first one with you. The plan was to do it last week, but we weren't ready for that. We were celebrating too much for our fourth year anniversary. Really happy that I have so great people around the world with who I can spend 1 hour talking about their projects and what are they doing. And I really hope that one day soon, or I'll be in Georgia or you'll be in Croatia, and we will share one gin tonic and gin topic together in a offline world. But now we're gonna need to share it in this way for now.
So thank you so much for having us, and also once again congratulations with the 4th year anniversary. We wish you, your company, and your amazing products global success and more success and growth, of course, and hope to cooperate with you in the near future.
Definitely, nothing but the best from us.
Thank you.
Consider us next to you anytime you need us. Anytime you need any kind of advice, any kind of effort, energy extending from us. Consider us next to you. Even though we're far away, consider you got good friends across in Georgia and ready to help you, stand next to you when you need. But we are privileged. We're happy that we're collaborating. I think what we see in your profile from day one, I have no question in my mind that will be a great success. With your effort, with your dedication and passion, everything is possible. Everything is reasonable. Everything is achievable as long you carry on and have the same effort, and same dedication towards what you do. I think good things will happen, and it's happening as we speak. It will be better and better going forward.
Yes, great. Thank you so much, David, for that. And you have the same here, and that I'm always here. Anything what you need, because for me in business it's more about friendship than just the business itself. That's something that just goes on, but for me it's more important to create friendship around the world than partnership. That's how.
Fully agree with you.
Thank you.
It was great. It was a pleasure us to be with us.
Yes.
And having opportunity to kind of discuss our vision and projects and responsibilities and methodologies. Hopefully it was interesting to your listeners, and then we get privilege probably to be part of your network, and going forward, consider us next to you.
Thank you so much for that. We feel the same for you, and I said to Sophie that I'm literally sad that you didn't receive our gift before the webinar, but I really hope that will get to you in this day or tomorrow. You will get one surprise from us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, and say hi to the whole team of Spectrum, and all the best from here. All the best. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Great to see you.
Bye. Great to see you. Bye. So this was our first GIN&TOPIC. I must say that I was a little bit nervous in the beginning. I didn't know how it would be because it's something new for us. But oh my God, there's so much emotions. David, Sophie, and the whole team of Spectrum is just amazing. And I need to say that I'm super excited that we can work with someone like them, that they feel our passion, that they feel our dedication, because really we are giving 100,000,000% in this process, in these projects. All our team is working very hard that one day we become a very big company. And I truly believe in us, and I know that one day soon we will be a big company. We already are a big one in our hearts, and very soon we will be a big one in the whole world. Thank you, David and Sophie, one more time. Sending you all a lot of lovely greetings from Croatia, and hope to see you soon offline also. Bye, and thank you.